I'm Maria Alejandra Londoño. I'm a student at ESMT, part of the MBA 2024 cohort. I'm originally from Colombia, and before coming to the MBA, I was working for Bayer, the pharmaceutical and German company, in which I was in charge of marketing and coordination of cardiorenal therapies for the PACA region, which stands for Central America and in countries and the Caribbean. And since January 2023, I'm part of ESMT. Well, pursuing an MBA was for sure one of my career goals for several reasons. First of all, I wanted to expand my knowledge and skills in a more holistic way, and it was a perfect opportunity to learn more about different areas where my work experience had not gone as deep as I would like to. But also it was the perfect chance to learn from people around the globe with different backgrounds, coming from different nations, cultures, and experiences as well, that would complement my holistic perspective that I was looking for. For me, it was also a synonym of professional and personal growth, and I also wanted it to be more challenging and to do it outside my country, Colombia. That's why I also chose coming to Europe to pursue my MBA. Actually, I was already kind of connected to German culture because of my experience at a German company. And a former colleague, she did her studies, her executive MBA here at ESMT. So she was literally the one who introduced me at a first glance how the ESMT worked, how was the program about, and the high academic level that the university had. So I got really interested on it, and I applied, and fortunately I got the spot into the MBA cohort. And of course, after doing all my research on choosing the university that I wanted to apply for, the ESMT stand as the first business school in Germany. So that was also one of the motivations to come here to Berlin. Well, it's not always as easy as you would like to, of course, because naturally there are some cultural differences in the way of life, in the way you do things. But I think it's a process that I have been handling very good, I may say. It's a process of adaptation, and Berlin is such a diverse city. The vast majority of people speak English, and there are endless of activities that make you fall in love with the city. So I've been enjoying it so far. It has been so far so good, but of course challenging as well, especially in the winter. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, if I may say, I would say like two straightforward points. The first one would be like cross-cultural exposure and teamwork, which, like, being part of this big corporation, I was often exposed to a different range of cultures, business practices, and complexities of operating in different regions and markets around the globe, and especially in emerging markets. And the second point would be the international business strategy and adaptation to different market dynamics. So Bayer gave me the opportunity to gain insights of how the company could adapt its strategy, its products into the different market needs at different points in the globe. So I think that is international perspective of strategy, but also of teamwork, influence the way I view global business now. From my experience and cultures, I have different aspects that I can share to this cohort. For example, understanding the dynamics of emerging markets, specifically in Latin America, and markets within the pharmaceutical industry, which is quite specific and complex as well, I may say. And of course, my experience of working with diverse teams, I think it is such an advantage, I may say, working with people from different countries, understanding the way to do things. And here is also what I have been experiencing in in the cohort. We are 37 people and we are 20 nationalities. So it's pretty much in a sense what I had experienced in my past, but of course in a different way. So I may say these unique experiences that I have had in my work, but in my life as well in Latin America would have helped me and the cohort, of course, at ESMT. The pharma market is quite complex in terms of operations, but also in terms of marketing, which was the area in which I was working for. So it's not just the traditional way of doing marketing. It's more based on science and based on regulations and the way to introduce like the best way to approach to the patient, which is at the end the main target of our product. So in this sense, every single product must understand, and every single team should understand how the market in each of the countries, specifically in terms of regulations, in terms of how does the access to the different therapies, how is the reimbursement done, how is the relationship with the governments. So it's quite, I may say, it's quite a complex network between different stakeholders that must be understood, particularly in each of the different cases. So it's not just like a whole strategy that could be applied or that could be deployed in the same way, but the understanding and the comprehension of these nets, which is very particular in each of the countries, is the one that at the end will lead to success of the tactical plan. So I may say this is much more the challenges. I can share a memorable experience, which is also a very fun one. We had the opportunity to participate in the MBA Tournament, which was held at HEC Paris. It was held in May, and we had the opportunity to be there with other top universities around Europe. And during these days, I not only had the opportunity to connect with my MBA peers at ESMT, like working together and competing just like one team, but also to meet other students, other faculty members from other universities across Europe. And that was one of the most memorable experiences that I have been having so far. So that was literally one of the highlights points so far, but I'm also looking forward to the rest of the program that is still coming. Our team did so great. Well, of course, it's very complex to compete with cohorts that have more than 100 people. Our cohort is just 37, and we went to Paris almost everyone. So we were like 35 people competing all alone, and we did not got into the top of the rank, but we did so well. So far was the best score that ESMT had gotten through all of their participations in the past. So we were very proud of it. We did very well as far as we could, and we enjoyed a lot. I have two actually. One is quantitative methods of marketing, because I've been related to marketing strategies in the past, but I'm looking forward to complement my learnings and skills in data analytics. So this course might bring and expand all of my knowledge within this area. And as a second point, I may say another course that I'm looking forward to it is doing business sustainably. Like one of the pillars here at ESMT is sustainability, and most of my electives are also involving sustainability courses, which I think are quite relevant and which I have not had the opportunity before to be involved in these kind of topics. So I'm basically looking forward to complement, as I said, my skills, my knowledge in marketing, but also like having now a bigger and broader picture about sustainability. My aspirations after completing the program would be in the long term to stay here in Germany or within Europe, where innovation, where the science also is behind all these big pharma companies. So coming here is also the possibility to work on these dreams that I had before, like to work in hand on hand with the people and with the headquarters on the strategies and of course on what is behind the products and the solutions that we sell or that we offer to the market. So basically, I also see ESMT as the perfect path to pursue that, and aiming like to stay here for a while in Germany. So far, we have spoken to different alumni, and also ESMT is working very hard as well into connecting us with previous cohorts. And as I mentioned before, like one of my clear and key points was one of the alumni from one of the executive MBA programs. So I think it has worked, and in the future I hope to be connected to more people as well. But so far it's been a matter of networking, starting to connect, and yeah, that's pretty much how the MBA also develops. Networking is such an important feature that we might pursue as well. For me, it's actually a skill that has been developing, in my case, within the MBA program, because before I was not very familiar to it. So I may say that it's not that easy as you might think it is, but it's a great opportunity to connect with people that can share with you experiences, that could even give you advice, could even mentor you, and also, who knows, like be the bridge to any further position that you may want to apply. So everything is positive about networking, and maybe I had this as a taboo before coming here, that networking was very hard and not useful, but it actually works and it actually is important. So yeah, thanks to the MBA, I've started to develop it. Not only connecting with people like externally with alumni, but also with people within the cohort is very important as well. Like getting to know the peers, with like you sit every day, that you sit or you share the classroom with, so you can have like more knowledge, more learnings about what they say, about what they have been discussing in their previous jobs. So that would be basically my advice, to connect with people outside from previous cohorts, from other programs that the university offers, but also specifically with the people that are seated with you every day. Yeah.